Hey everybody, welcome back to Discover Springford. I hope you enjoyed your winter break and had a great holiday season. We are back with 10 new episodes to finish out season 2. And today, I'm sitting down with John Conigliaro of Giovannis Pizza.
I'm Geoff, a professional actor, part-time realtor, and transplant to the Springford area. And I'm on a mission to find the best that Springford has to offer. I'll be interviewing local business owners, civil servants, and other prominent members of the community to find out what makes Springford a great place to live, work, eat, and explore. I invite you to join me on my journey as I discover Springford.
John, thanks for allowing me to come in today. I appreciate the time.
No problem.
So as we do on this show, we like to get a little bit of the personal story mixed in with the business.
Right.
And I'll let you kind of tell us a little bit about where you grew up and what your life started out as a young tyke.
Well, originally my family was from Sicily.
Okay.
So we migrated here to America, and I was born here, and we pretty much started out like that. My dad got a job working at a pizza shop. We're talking back in the 80s. And as a little kid, I can remember going to work with my mom. She would work at my uncle's place, which had a pizza shop. And as a little kid, I kind of grew up in the restaurant business.
Okay. Yeah. About when did your parents migrate over?
I want to say I was born in 75, about 1980.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So were you actually born in Sicily?
I was actually, my mom came here on vacation.
Yeah.
She was 9 months pregnant. And she ended up giving birth to me here.
Oh, wow.
Then she took me back to Italy and came back when I was around 4 or 5 years old.
Okay. Yeah. My similar story. My grandparents came over in '59,
right.
And my dad was born in 1960. He was the first of our family to be born in America.
Right.
So a little bit earlier.
I was one of the first. Yeah. My sisters were both born in Italy, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so you spent your formative years back in Italy for the first couple years?
Yeah. When I was a little child, as a toddler, I guess I grew up there, and then I came back here and landed in Bridgeport.
Okay. Yeah, not too far
That's
from
where
here.
most of our family was.
Okay.
And that's how kind of everything started from there.
There's a pretty large Italian community down in that area, like Norristown, Bridgeport.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I used to live in East Norriton, and tomato pie. People say that's where it started. I don't know if that's entirely true, but
I don't know.
They act as though that's where.
There was a lot of Italians back then there, and Catholic schools, Lady Mary Carmel. That's where I went, St. Augustine.
So growing up around this, it just kind of was in your blood. When you became a teenager, were you working in the shop and everything?
Yeah, like I said, I pretty much grew up in it. My dad opened up his own shop eventually, and I worked for him. My uncles had their own places, and I was going back and forth between both restaurants, and that's how it happened, basically.
Right. Now, what school district did you say you were in? You were in the
originally in
Lower Marion, I guess it's considered.
Well, when we moved up this area. It was O&J.
Oh, okay.
But as a child, it was Lady Mary Carmel, St. Augustine.
Right. And when did you guys move up more into this area?
I want to say the mid 90s, early 90s.
And it was in Spring City?
Spring City,
yeah.
Yep.
So at what point did Giovanni's get started?
Like I said, my dad had a restaurant, a pizza shop in Lanesdale, Italian Delight.
Oh, really?
And he had that for still open actually.
Yeah, I used to live in Lansdale. Yeah. I know, I'm very familiar with it.
He had that for about 20 years with his brother, and it was a long commute from here to there, 45 minutes.
For sure.
So we always wanted something closer to the area, and this building happened to go up for sale, and we made an offer, and that's how it started.
Oh, so this was the very first location of Giovanni's here?
Of Giovanni's, yeah. This one was the first.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you started out somewhere else and then bought this building, but yeah.
We had other places, Palermo Pizza in Pottstown, and, but this is the main place where we opened up.
Okay, and when did you buy the building here?
We've been here 17 years.
Wow.
So
like 2001?
2001.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. And it used to be the old post office, right?
Post office, and it was a carpet store.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
I saw some of the photos when I did when I interviewed the president of the Historical Society.
Yeah.
He gave me some of the books to look in, and you could see like all the buildings as they've turned into something
else. It's a really cool building.
Yeah. So, how much did you guys? I mean, I would imagine. Were you the first food service business in this building?
In this building, yes.
Yeah. So you had to kind of install everything.
Oh, we had to
all the
start
work.
from scratch and build walls. Everything you see was, we still have some of the post office you know,
Memorabilia.
basically, the front counter and all that, and
Oh, wow.
the entrance. And
do you get people in here that kind of tell you, wax old about, you know,
oh yeah,
I used to walk
that,
in here, you know,
there's people that come in all the time and say they remember coming in as a kid at the post office.
That's why I've heard a lot, you know, with the different things on Main Street, especially like Allen's Candy Store and all the various businesses and stuff. But the fact that you guys have been here 17 years, one of the staples in the Royersford community through thick and thin, that's really impressive. That
we
you guys
pretty
have been
much
able to
seen
keep
like
it going.
Royersford growing around us.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, to be on the ground floor or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about the day-to-day kind of operations and in terms of your team and everything.
We have a really good team. I've had workers that have been with me for 10 years, and my sister works here. She's been with me from the start. My dad still works here. He's 73 years old, and he still takes pizzas out of the ovens, and he still makes pizzas. My mom, my son, my little daughter now, she's 13.
Oh my goodness.
She started busting tables, and pretty much everybody.
So it is, you know, as it appears from the outside, it is a family business through and through.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All the way down, 3 generations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
incredible.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of the way you guys do pizza, you know, obviously you learned it as you grew. It's in your blood. But is there anything that you consider something you learned as you grew up with your uncles, with your father, that kind of makes Giovanni?
One thing I learned was to always use the highest quality ingredients, and that's what we've been doing.
Yeah.
You know, we never steered off course. We've been doing this recipe for probably past 30 years.
Wow.
You know, from when my dad first learned it to my uncles and relatives, and that's just how we keep it.
Yeah.
Quality, and that's it.
Yeah, and I imagine, you know, that literally baked in, not just to do a terrible pun like I normally do, but that is, and the fact that you guys have been here for so long, you are baked in, and Royersford, it begets the loyalty of the people coming back.
Another thing is, if I'm not here, my dad's here. If my dad's not here, my sister's here. If my sister's not here, my son's here.
Yeah.
And one of the family members is always going to be here. And,
yeah, that's really great.
You know,
it's a legacy, you know, of Italian food and family, which, you know, they're synonymous, obviously.
Right.
You know, both my uncles actually at different times have owned Italian restaurants, so I'm very familiar with, you know, how hard the restaurant business can be. So
the beginning was really hard.
Yeah, because you'd have no reputation really. If
no
you
reputation,
build it from scratch.
and people just, you know, we got really busy in the beginning, and anytime you open up a restaurant, doesn't matter how you set it up, it's never going to be perfect.
Right.
You have to learn as you go, and and we're still modifying. We're going to hopefully be remodeling pretty soon our kitchen.
Oh, really?
We want to expand the kitchen now, and just because it's gotten too tight for us.
Yeah. Now I know this building because it was originally a post office and everything. It's laid out differently because there's 2 floors, right?
There's actually the basement.
Oh, okay.
This floor, and then there's actually a 3rd floor, which we have party rooms.
Oh, okay. So you
fix about 30
catering,
people.
or not catering, but you allow people to rent the space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We also do catering.
You do catering, yeah. So if you have an event here, you got everything you need, right? You got the space and the food.
I got everything, yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome. How can people get in touch with you online? What's the best way to find out
we have
more
a
about
website at pizzageo.net.
Okay.
And look me up on Facebook. I'm always there, and call the restaurant. I'm always here.
Okay.
Ask for John.
Yeah.
I usually handle all the caterings.
Okay. Yeah, we have, you know, we'll have all the links below the video for people to easily click out.
Right.
Just as we wrap up, I really appreciate your time. I know you guys have to open for business, coming in early, so we could beat the rush and not have, you know, orders and stuff coming in while we're trying to film the interview. But any parting words that you would like people to understand about Giovanni's, about the family atmosphere, about you know, what you guys are trying to accomplish?
We just really, number one is we really love the town, Royersford. I kind of started to embraced it a long time ago, and we're just a family that keeps growing, and that's pretty much it. And love serving food and making pizzas and making people happy.
That's great.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, there are so many puns and different things that you could say about, you know, between the family, the food, you know, the town, everything is, you know, just all the ingredients put together, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And to know that you guys are here. You're in essentially a historical location in the town.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you guys have built a legacy here
Yeah.
through thick and thin. I think that's really just a testament to the family, a testament to what you guys are doing here.
We hope to be here for another 20, 30 years. We're not going nowhere.
Right. Yeah. So
exactly.
Awesome. Well, John, thank you so much for your time.
Awesome.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you guys, please come down to Giovanni's. You can't miss it. It's right on Main Street and 5th Avenue in Royersford Borough. And you will no doubt enjoy your experience. And John, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Discover Springford. I know it was shorter than most episodes, and that was intentional, trying to cut out some of my rambling and get to the point. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I want to thank John for making his time available to me, and I want to encourage you to check out Giovannis Pizza for yourself. They're located in the heart of Royersford at the corner of Main Street and 5th Avenue, and they aren't going anywhere. If you'd like to get caught up on past episodes of Discover Springford, you can do that in a number of ways. You can check out our website, discoverspringford.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by visiting tv.discoverspringford.com. You can also take Discover Springford with you on your phone by subscribing to our podcast. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, and any other podcast app. Thanks again for watching. Come back next week for more of the great things that Springford has to offer. And until then, get out there on your own journey to find out what makes Springford a great place to live, work, eat, and explore.